Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying productive? At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, has been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. Trello keeps everyone on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges, and Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and fun. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com.
Scarpins Avenue.
Dan and Ran and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits, we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population U.
It's the first time we've had a fiver on that.
Is this the first time we had a fiver?
A fiver on the Dumb People Town.
Oh, yeah, everyone joined in.
Yeah,
you guys all jumped in. Hi, guys. Chris Sullivan, Michael Rosenbaum.
Good day to
guys.
You guys have an amazing podcast, which I do think should be called Sully and the Jew, but I'm not going to push it.
We thought about that, but I didn't want to offend my grandfather.
Well, we're going to get into what it... he doesn't like Sully? All right, fine.
He has Alzheimer's, so...
Okay. Well, he's not going to remember. So we're going to get into this world of dumb that exists. We'll talk about your podcast a little bit later, but the world is getting dumber, gentlemen.
It's true.
I feel
it's
like
becoming more visibly dumb.
Yeah.
I think it might have always been dumb, and then we got social media.
Sully, I feel like you've played dumb characters on TV. You've played smart characters on the TV.
No,
yeah,
I played a couple, but usually...
A couple of really brilliant characters.
I'm getting anxiety just realizing now that I'm on a show about dumb.
Why? Because you feel like you're dumb?
My whole life.
You'll feel comfortable then.
Yeah, this is like your
we all
world,
are
man.
on
You're
some
going to
level.
just... It's like a nice, comfortable pair of
I
Uggs.
definitely, I say the wrong things. I didn't excel
You're
in
in a safe
school.
place.
My IQ's probably not that high.
You're in a very safe
We
place.
can use you
Okay,
to
good.
understand. You'll be our Hannah Dumb lector. We can use your mind to understand the minds of the dumb people within the stories.
It'll work.
Okay.
All right.
These stories are about the people that we grew up with,
Right.
who you'll recognize all of these people.
A lot of times they involve
by archetype.
They involve the uncle you had that no one knew if he was coming or not.
Right.
Is Uncle Jim coming to Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Who knows?
He may.
He
Who
may
knows?
show up.
Is he
Leave a
still
plate
selling
out.
cocaine out of a bread truck? No, he's selling T-shirts on like an expressway, like a ramp, off ramp. Good. No, but I feel like Sully's played characters, a few of them that are on the surface seem dumb, but yet
and are
have,
also dumb underneath.
No, they have like a dumb there's like a wisdom to their like simpleness that just amazing. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about your character in Camping. I just feel like there's like a simplicity, yet at the same time there's a truth,
an aggressive idiocy.
Yeah, but there's a truth that the others are missing.
That's true.
So maybe as we look through these stories, we just look at this with an eye on maybe it's in some ways it is better to be dumb. But let's check. Should we jump in?
Yeah, you played, by the way, dumb. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Taserface.
is the dumbest character
You're right.
in the history of the Marvel universe.
He leads.
Is there a dumber character?
At least you had more lines than I did. I only had like 3 lines. I would have rather been dumb.
You'd rather been dumb and funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into this.
You want to do a story?
Let's do a story. We got the boys.
Sent in by Sarah Jacks at @mostly_animals.
Oh. Mostly animals.
I like that.
I like that.
It's always good on Twitter. There's just we need more people out there.
Right
Like,
up
here's
front.
just a cool looking peacock. Like,
Listen.
just like give us a
Mostly.
little bit of something else.
What do you think the 10%? If it's mostly animals,
Right.
What's the rest?
10%
Dumb People Town
flowers.
Town
Flowers.
stories.
I was going to say
Yeah.
plants too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. This involves one of those uncles. A clash over a bulk trash cart in South Florida quickly escalated.
Bulk trash cart is what?
A great
phrase
band.
I've never heard.
Is that a homeless cart?
No, bulk trash cart.
See, I'm dumb.
It's a bulk trash cart. Is that like a? Is that a?
It is. It's a large.
This is a bulk trash cart.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a
wagon.
like a construction wagon.
It's a radio flyer.
Right.
It's a kid's wagon.
It's a souped-up radio
that you carry
flyer.
trash.
Honey,
in.
can you get your wagon out of the driveway?
Do you want the radio flyer or do you
No,
want
it's a bulk trash cart.
Be specific. One or the other.
Not a wagon.
You be specific, then it escalates.
This is the landscaping version of Pulp Fiction. I love your wagon. It's not a wagon.
It's not a wagon.
It's a bulk
baby.
trash cart.
Bonnie comes home and sees my bulk trash cart in here. She's gonna fucking flip.
Love that song. Bonnie comes home. Okay. So a clash over a bulk trash cart in South Florida quickly escalated. Also, I don't know if there's a Dumb People Town drinking game, but you would have to drink. I don't care if it's water. Every time we say the word escalated or escalation.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's what happens in Dumb People Town. It always ramps up.
Nothing in Dumb People Town slowly and progressively escalates.
If you're using the word escalate, it has to be quick.
This was in Florida?
Of course.
Florida.
South.
That's why we know alcohol wasn't involved.
Maybe.
I mean,
meth.
we're talking Florida. Did you see the movie? What was it called?
Florida Project?
Florida Project.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
There's a moment
right now.
when I was watching the Florida Project with my wife, and I was like, should we be hanging out with our own kids? Why am I watching these kids? Literally, I shouldn't. Anyway.
That's good.
Free range kids.
Broward Sheriff's Office
So it's
detectives
Broward
are asking for the public's help in identifying a man who attacked a jogger with a sword. That's another Dumb
See,
People
this
Town.
story has taken a real.
Right. We went from a
turn.
bulk trash cart to a sword.
So the other day, my daughter, 5 years old, said, I want a sword. I was
Whoa, hell yeah.
I was like, why? And she said, so I can poke you in the stomach. And I was like, under what circumstance would you want to poke me
You got
in
a
the
little
stomach?
aria.
Not
on
cool.
your hands.
I was like, are you going to be in one of our stories on Dumb People Town? What? Don't attack a jogger. At least she had an answer.
She's been listening to Daddy's work.
She
Yeah.
prepared herself. Like she had an
I learned it
answer
from
in
you,
the
Dad.
chamber. I'm like,
I learned it
that's
from
weird.
you.
By the
That's
way,
bizarre.
quick side note: you identified Broward County as Miami real quick.
Yeah.
Do you guys have most of the counties in Florida?
No, but I hear
memorized,
it. Dade County.
Well, we
Broward
know
County.
from the president, right?
Yeah, the hanging Chad.
That's right.
Okay, sometimes you need a sword to cut that hanging Chad right off.
That's
Well,
right.
the two were fighting. That is the jogger and the man with the sword.
So the jogger wasn't really a jogger at that point.
No, he had transcended.
fighter.
Stop.
Yeah.
He was a runner.
Right.
He was a
fighter.
fleer.
Yeah.
It's a new form of CrossFit. You get some running in and some fighting in.
Fisticuffs, a little.
You could market that.
That's a two sport. That's a new biathlon.
Run, fight,
and then
fight or flight.
Fight or
You
flight.
join this gym, we pair you up with an assailant.
With a crazy meth.
This person will chase
Was
you
it a real sword?
A minimum of 10
course.
city
A
blocks.
real
By
sword.
the way, think about the core exercise, the core activity you would get from
Yeah.
trying to fight a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, heavy.
The two, I love that they've already
Better.
changed the name of it. The two were fighting over possession of a plastic dump cart. So now it is called a plastic dump cart.
All right. So we had a bulk trash
thing,
cart.
and now it's a plastic dump cart. If the guy is running, why is he running with a plastic dump cart?
Yeah, it's part of the CrossFit.
They were fighting over the possession of a plastic dump cart that had been discarded in the trash. The terrifying attack in Oakland Park was captured on surveillance video July 15th. Investigators say that during an evening run, a jogger came upon, they wrote it as 2 words, it shouldn't, came upon a cart found in a bulk trash pile in front of a vacant home.
Okay, so
He's out for his
the
run,
cart
just avoiding his kids.
isn't a bulk trash cart.
No, it
is
is.
a cart that was in
The garbage dump cart was
So
in
then-
the bulk
so you're going
cart dump bin.
Thank you.
So then it's called a plastic dump cart?
No,
Yeah.
it's a cart that was
So
in
he's jogging and he spots
A pile
a
of trash.
goodie. He spots a goodie.
He's in mid-run, and he says,
Is that a dump wagon?
Yeah,
Is that a dump wagon? Right
hey,
there?
maybe I shouldn't finish up the rest of my run. Maybe I should now take this.
I've got my
Yes.
heart rate up to my goal.
The jogger told authorities that another man was also perusing through the items in the trash. Now, this is
So
where
if you see another man going through trash,
he has
That's
first
his
dibs.
trash.
Yes.
he was there first.
He's got first dibs on all of it, right? Are we in agreement on this?
First tip.
Well, hang on. How big is this dump hole?
Thank you.
more
Florida?
of just a
Florida?
pile.
It's pretty big.
Several
Hundred
it's-
miles.
It's a bulk.
27 electoral votes.
You're talking coast to coast?
Well, I mean, if it's a large dump site, it's like, hey, is it just this guy's?
That
who's
actually
going
is
through
a
it?
great question,
Great
Rosie,
call.
because
It's
if
an
it is
abandoned
big,
home.
then and he's in this area and there's another pile over here, can he claim that pile too?
No.
Yeah.
He can't.
No, he
But
can't.
you
cannot.
still need to
Agree.
clear it. If you're second to the junk pile,
Hey man,
you'd be like, hey man,
have you been through this already?
Yes.
I feel like
Hey,
one.
you-
I
hey,
feel,
is this your shit wagon?
right.
No.
You
feel
cool
like-
with it? If I take off, fuck you.
if one man set out to look for garbage and one man set out to jog,
One man's garbage.
I mean,
another
the
man's-
garbage guy gets to call dibs.
Right. Well,
I
one
agree,
man's-
I
One
agree.
man's
This guy-
treasures is another man's treasures.
Yeah, literally. Let's fight for it.
But if you think about that, right? This guy's jogging. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, look at that dump wagon.
Right.
All right. He should be like, that guy's looking through there. I'm just going to let him do his thing.
I
Yeah,
agree
jogging.
with you.
I got a mission here.
Af-
The jogger's at fault.
After
Done.
the jogger, and this is in quotes, decided to stake claim.
Nope.
Yeah.
You
So
can't
it-
call anything. You can't say I called it.
now can't be surprised at anything.
Ho there! You!
Right.
My good garbage collector!
Right.
Lo, I'll take the dump
They
truck.
also call it a different thing. The third time we get another
what do they
name
now
on this.
call it?
After the jogger decided to stake claim to the black heavy-duty dump cart.
So
Now it's a heavy-duty dump
Call it
cart.
what it is.
If we could have a T-shirt that said plastic black heavy-duty
Duty
bulk dump cart,
Right.
I feel like
Let's
that's
do
good
it.
merch.
could
I'm
sell
in for it.
solid merch. Dump people.
After he decided to stake claim to the heavy-duty dump cart.
people town.
Heavy-duty dump cart. Great movie.
Heavy-duty dump cart.
Heavy-duty
Heavy-duty dump. You want to watch that on your own?
Yeah,
Probably private search.
that's plain viewing.
Spectravision.
Black heavy-duty dump cart. The other man became upset. He also wanted it, according to
called
the
it.
report.
He called it.
Of course he did.
He wanted it.
The two exchanged words, which is where
Yep.
it should have ended.
By the way,
we exchanged
Yep.
words.
Also, you're running. You're in running clothes. You could
Yeah.
probably take this guy.
Yeah.
Just run.
What do you think
guy's
they
eat-
called each other? What were those words that
You
were said?
Fella.
Hey,
Hey,
good
mister.
buddy.
Excuse
know what?
me, good sir.
My good man.
I believe this is
Hoss.
mine.
Hoss.
I'm going to tell you, Hoss.
Hey, cuz.
Hey, Hoss, I'm calling dibs on this plastic black heavy-duty bulk dump cart.
What'd you say,
hell?
bro? What'd you call
I
this?
said I am calling dibs on this black plastic heavy-duty bulk dump cart.
That's funny, bro, because it's mine.
Yeah. Jogger queer.
That's probably where
I'm
it
not.
went.
That's not coming
No,
from me.
no,
That's
I know.
I'm assuming that this is what this guy said.
You're in W Town. It can go dark.
If
That
he
is-
said jogger queer, that's fighting words.
Then I'm taking that. I was like,
then
you don't
I'm
get
running.
any of this.
Yeah.
I'm
then
taking
I
this
am
wagon.
running. Then I'll take what you've got.
Right.
What up, Sanford?
See, don't do that either.
Can't do that either.
Can't
Both
horrible.
of them are at fault here.
Once the runner arrived at his the two exchanged words. The two exchanged words. But the jogger took the cart away and ran behind it as he pushed it home. So now he's like one of those parents
you don't
with a running.
push
By the
a
way-
whole cart.
Right,
pull
which
it.
is the worst thing to do because it's
It
going to go
moves,
all
it
over the
moves.
place,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to.
Oh,
But if you
man.
pull it and you pull it too fast, it
goes
can
and
hit
gets
the
to
back
your
of your
heels,
feet,
and then you
yeah.
trip
That's
and
true.
fall.
Yeah,
So the guy
that's-
caught up with him.
Well, once the runner arrived at his house, he realized the other man had been following him.
Okay.
You
How far
don't
away was
say.
his house? It's either far away, and how did you not realize he was following, or
Yep.
your house is very close, and you should have not done this
Done-
so
don't-
close to where you live.
Yeah,
Let
who
me
doesn't
do-
look over their shoulder?
Let me do two dumb things today. Let
Especially
me
in
fight
Florida.
a guy in the garbage.
Right.
Let me fight a guy who is okay to be in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, let me lead him straight to my house.
Yeah, you can
You
lead.
dummy!
You
Let's-
can lead a garbage guy to your house, but you can't make
This
him
is
hit
why
you
you
with a
You
sword.
can't make him stop drinking.
I would also like, I am thinking about all the people in my life who intentionally get dressed up to then go out jogging.
I know.
Yeah.
And they are not the same people
I know.
who dig in garbage piles,
Right.
especially garbage piles that have been claimed.
Yeah,
But maybe
if you're committing to jogging, that's an exercise regimen.
People put stuff out on the street, and if you've ever like said, "Okay, we got to get rid of
Right.
this," and even if you call for a bulky item pickup with your thing and say, "We got call the sanitation department."
listen, can you bring your bulk garbage cart down
Right.
here?
Usually, by the next morning,
gone.
most of the stuff is gone.
Gone.
Claimed by people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
magic.
Okay, so you have to know that this stuff is going to be taken.
Right.
This guy has to know that like there are people out there who need this probably more than him who has a house.
You have a house. This guy has a garbage.
So then what? He goes inside his house and is like, sweetheart, there's someone out there messing with your shit crate.
Is it a shit crate?
You're rolling shit box.
Sorry, I put it out there. They can have it.
It's mine now.
That son of a bitch followed me home.
Mine now.
How that? Didn't you look behind you? Oh, no.
Okay. I never look behind me.
So
when
I want to
say
hear where the sword comes in.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
He
really
said-
buried the lead here.
I know. He said he realized the other man had been following him. The video shows the Florida man, isn't that both of them?
Yeah, that's both of them.
approach
Come on.
the victim, removing a long sword from a red sheath and begins swinging it as he tries to wrestle away the cart. My only hope is that the first guy found the sword in the trash pile.
Hold on. So the jogger had the sword?
No.
Got it.
Jogger has
Thank
the
you.
cart.
Hang
Got
on.
it.
So this jogger must be really slow.
He's jogging. He's not running.
well,
That's
he's,
true.
Hang on. He's jogging and he's got that shit crate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Pushing it
but the
instead
guy's
of pulling it.
carrying this
sword.
this heavy sword in a sheath.
So
In a
here's my
sheet.
to him.
What if he was wearing it?
So
from
here's
the
my
get?
question.
Go ahead.
When he unsheathed it, did he hold it up so that the sunlight could just gleam
I
off the
hope
top
so.
of
By
it?
the
Absolutely.
power of shit crates.
Absolutely.
I just hope he found that sword 2 minutes before the guy
Yeah.
took the
Yep.
cart. And then he feels like the pile gave that to him. Right?
What?
And he can't
This
lose
is him.
any
And
of
by
it.
What
the
now?
And by the way, whoever this reported, they're just putting the phrase "Florida man" into articles
know.
now,
Of
Just
course.
so it
just
can
to
get
get
picked
on
up.
dumb people town.
Well, you're here. Welcome
Pandering.
to town.
Here's what I love. Swinging it as he tries to wrestle away the cart, which means the jogger is not letting go. I just want you guys to all know, and everybody
Yeah.
listen to me, you pull a sword, you can have it.
Yep.
Yep.
I will not continue
Yeah.
to wrestle.
There are
Trump's
okay.
anything.
What's the smallest?
Even if it's my
what's
kid.
the smallest weapon he could pull that you would still try to wrestle that
a
cart?
pocket knife.
Pocket knife. You're still holding onto the
Well,
cart.
that
No.
you might have enough distance that he can't get you.
I'll tell
with
you
the
what.
knife.
This guy has any sort of aggression towards me, he could have the effing shit crate.
If he
You've
said
got
that's
jogging
mine,
to do.
Hey, give me that. Okay, it's
it's
yours.
yours, buddy.
I
What?
would say to
does
the jogger.
he use the wagon as
a shield?
Oh, see.
So you're kind of.
I would say to the jogger, 4 minutes before you came upon that shit crate, it wasn't in your life.
Nope.
Do you need it now?
You have a
Right.
better life without it.
This is what
Right.
I say whenever we don't book an audition. I'm like, did we know about it a week ago? We
No.
didn't. We didn't.
Right.
Our
It
lives
didn't
are the
even
same.
exist.
Our lives are the same. Your life as a jogger is the same. Get away.
But I will say this as a point of principle. I would give it to him, but I would keep saying, technically, I staked claim. I just, you can have it,
You're a
man.
thief.
But
You're a
one
thief.
of us staked
For the
claim,
record.
and
Dan,
it's not you.
Dan, this guy has a sword. I feel like that would upset
Well,
him.
I'm going to
too.
wait till the walking
and he
away.
knows
Yeah.
where you live.
He now knows where
That's
you live.
the other thing. That's why you can never get in a fight in a parking spot.
Right.
Because you're about to leave your car there,
Yep.
and someone who's mad at you
Yep.
knows it's yours.
He's going to poop
Yeah.
in the glove
Yeah.
box.
Yeah. He's swinging his fists as he's holding this shit crate.
I guess.
And the guy with the sword is swinging his
Right.
sword.
The
I mean-
jogger manages to dodge the sword's blows.
Which, by the way, that is only something you see
Yeah.
in movies and TV shows where
Af-
someone dodges it. Yeah, there's no way you.
Right.
Nobody can do that.
After pointing to his surveillance
Or
camera,
did the clap on the sword? I got. Yeah, you clap it.
that's
And you
too
got
hard.
That,
No, we've seen people do that before, and then it cuts their hand.
Yeah, I
Slice
know.
the hand.
Turns it slightly and
Yeah.
slices.
After pointing to his surveillance camera, the sword swinger retreats. Why isn't that your first move? As soon as I'm on my lawn and he's walking, I'd be like, camera. He let a little fight play out and then was like, all right, I'll bring the camera into this.
Let's see if I can dodge a few of these,
A
and then I'll let
camera
you
to
know.
a sword fight.
Hey, Conan, you're on film here,
Yeah.
bitch.
I love this next sentence. It comes out of absolutely nowhere.
Hear it.
Seconds later, a woman appears, grabs the cart, and walks calmly away. A new player has entered the field.
New player has joined.
These two are fighting. He points at the camera. I don't know if he goes inside or what, but sword guy leaves, and all of a sudden a woman walks up, sees the cart in
I'll
the front
take
lawn,
that.
and just walks away
Calmly
from it.
walks away.
Just like a woman.
If you
She steals.
Stealing hearts.
No, so this because cooler heads will prevail, right? So we're walking my dog down the street, me and my buddy, and our partners, our wives and
Yeah.
girlfriend, and a cat comes out of nowhere and starts attacking our dog.
Whoa!
Like fur flying.
Oh my God.
Never seen anything like it.
Right.
Meanwhile, my buddy Eddie and I are dancing around going, hey, get her! Hey! Jigging, kicking, trying to kick this cat like a couple of idiots.
Yeah.
Our wives are standing on the side going, pick up
The dog. Exactly.
Yeah.
Pick up the dog.
Cats can
Pick up
jump.
the dog.
And
Women know.
Hey! Kicking our feet out and sure.
Do you
enough-
hear me?
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Pick up the dog.
So you picked up the dog and then the cat went away?
Yeah.
That's
The lady in her head was like,
If
just,
I pick
I'm gonna
up this-
take
this
away
moment
the
to me
wagon.
is like in
Take
Planet
away-
Earth where you see two animals fighting over something,
Yep.
and then there's that really smart animal that just waits,
And
goes and
then
catches
swoops it
as
up.
they
Yeah.
fight, just goes and gets it
Cheryl,
and
go
walks
out
away.
there and take away the shit box.
Well, the best is the discussion that she had with her husband. I'm gonna go get that wagon. Do not go get. I'm
Watch
gonna go
this.
get it.
I'm just going to go take
I
it
can
right
get
out
it.
from in between them.
You cannot.
You cannot
I
do
swear.
that. He has
You
the
cannot get
sword.
that.
Oh,
You have
watch
been
me.
wanting a black plastic shit box for years, and there it
I
is right
am
on
going to get it.
We're gonna get out of here on this. As a result of the story, I
Will
typed
we see the video?
bulk trash cart. Yeah, we can see the video.
Let's
Do you
put.
wanna
We'll
see
post the video on our Facebook page. If you are listening to this podcast
And you are not a fan of our Facebook page,
what
are you doing?
Go become a fan of it right
And
now.
then go join our Patreon. That's the other way to get extra content.
You wanna
It's
see it?
unbelievable.
Yeah, let's
Here we
see
go.
this.
Ready? And
see this.
here's the guy.
He's got the wagon,
Yeah.
and he's jogging wearing like Umbros or something. Now he's talking to someone. He's
Yep.
on the phone.
Sword
This
guy.
guy's drunk.
Here comes the
Oh,
sword
Jesus.
He's a drunk
guy. Oh
jogger.
God!
His
Oh,
car
God.
is
oh,
under
he
a
unsheathed it right there.
temporary-
Oh my God!
Oh, shit.
Wow!
It's a big sword.
Whoop! Whoop!
Oh, shit.
Whoop!
Oh, shit.
He's
He'll see him.
swinging.
He points to the camera.
He's swinging it.
He'll say, "That's my
Wow.
camera."
So you wait a minute. What I notice is this man swinging the sword. He's actually not trying to hit the guy.
No.
He's trying to scare him.
He's trying to
No.
He's
get
not trying to hurt the guy.
He just
wanted that
wants
rolling
what is
shit box.
rightfully his.
I'm calling the cops, you piece of shit.
Yep.
I saw that
and
first.
here comes
Here
a lady.
comes the gal.
There you go.
She just
And
takes away,
Then she gets
and
it.
and then she gets.
Slow-mo.
Oh, and slow-mo on the
slow-mo.
lady who
She
wins
walks
the fight.
away.
You know what the thing
Oh
is?
my God.
Look, she took it because she could have kicked both their asses. Look how
Maybe.
strong that woman
I feel
was.
like maybe. I feel like though this is like the wild. We have reverted back to the wild. It's
Right.
everything that you
Yeah.
just described in an animal video. We've
Yeah.
reverted back to the wild
Right.
in that like
That was
She
like a
let those
gazelle.
two wear themselves out, and then she
she's
went
like,
and
"I'm
took
just
the
gonna take
prize.
it. Nothing you can
Okay,
do about
we'll
it.
get out of here on this. I typed into Google as a result, bulk trash cart cost. How much do you guys think?
By the way,
is
it
the
is pretty
value
big.
Of that-
a bulk trash cart that these guys had a public evening jogging sword fight for?
First of all-
$32.99 brand new.
First of all, bulk trash cart was you achieved that search was successful.
Right.
That is what this is called.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. There's so many variations.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I don't-
$32.99. Rosie, you say. Sully, what do you think?
I'm giving it a cost of $89.99.
Oh, wow.
Jay,
89.
Wow.
99.
First of all, I do think it is necessary to point out that of the three people in this story, the only one who had sleeves was the sword guy.
Yeah, he had long sleeves. He was wearing like a pant outfit.
Are you knocking tank tops, bro?
I'm not knocking
I
tank
usually-
tops,
yeah.
but I am
The
knocking
tank
tank
top
tops,
is the
yeah.
national bird of Florida.
That's right.
It
It's the national shirt of Florida. Is the tank top? Yeah.
Oh.
I also know that in Indiana where I grew up, everybody has tank tops, and
Right.
they're like, "Hey man, I'm going to work out," and then I'm like, "You were only gone like 5 minutes." Yeah, they just work out their
Quick
arms.
upper body.
Yeah.
Just
They
delts
just work
today.
out their
Super
arms.
easy.
I
That's
just
it.
say the less schooling you've completed, the less sleeves you have on.
Maybe.
you.
Okay.
Maybe not.
I'm
Okay.
going to read you the full description of how it is listed as a title, and then we'll get your official guesses.
Okay. You already guessed. These guys already guessed.
Gorilla Carts heavy duty poly yard dump cart with 2-in-1 convertible handle. It
Hold on,
looks
do that again.
I need to
Gorilla
change
It
yard
looks
dump
exactly like
cart,
the one in the video.
polyfoam.
Gorilla Carts heavy duty
yeah.
poly yard dump cart with 2-in-1 convertible handle.
Hey.
Can I change my thought? Or I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd say $69.99.
$69.99.
you still think 89?
$89.99.
$89.99 from Chris Sullivan.
$49.99.
$49.99
Oh, we're all
from Jason
in a window
Slug.
here.
55.48.
55.48.
Who says 48?
I don't know.
The actual cost of what I believe to be the Gorilla Cart heavy duty poly yard dump cart with 2-in-1 convertible handle
Is
get your answers in now, Townies, and we'll close out the first story with this. The total value of an evening sword fight product is $146.99.
Whoa, we undervalued that.
So this,
Four
you know
and a
what?
half
That
stars
is
on
a-
1,200
It's worth
reviews.
It's
You know,
worth
fight
it.
it.
That's for that. Now you know why those guys were fighting over it.
150 bucks.
duty.
This thing does its job.
Poly yard dump cart with 2-in-1 convertible handle.
It's the Rolls Royce of wagons here in Dumb People Town.
Yeah.
With 2-in-1 convertible handles.
Yeah, and somebody out there can take Dan's voice and put that
Auto tune
into
it.
a
Auto tune.
Auto-tune for us.
that, and we'll be back with we'll talk about their podcast, and I can't wait. It's Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
It's a trying time that challenges all of our basic assumptions. However, one thing that brings us all together is our common humanity. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges. And Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format. Plus, tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Teams of all shapes and sizes and companies like Google, Fender, and even Costco all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. No matter what device you're using, computer, tablet, or phone, Trello syncs across all of them, so you can stay up to date on all the things your team cares about. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com. Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Sklar Brothers here with Daniel Van Kirk, and we got Rosie and Sully. Tell us about your podcast, which we loved. Which explain it to our audience. They can start with our episode. Dan, I'm not sure if you've done it yet, but you are going to do it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Just in my heart.
Well, you know, it's called In Love with Michael Rosenbaum and Chris Sullivan, and I have a podcast called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, and I interviewed Sully.
So I let Michael inside of me.
Oh, that's we've all done that.
And we hit it off.
And I just thought, man, this is a good guy, and so much that I told you guys a story where he has this thing that he does with friends, which now I'm included, where he'll text you in the morning and go, hey man, I just want to say I'm grateful for you, grateful for my wife Rachel, and like people don't do that, you know. And I just got I go, wow, man, that's really sweet, and I was like. So I called him. I go, we should do a podcast together. He goes, yeah, I'd love to, man. So it's a good
Sullivan.
Yeah, so we're having conversations with people about the things that they're grateful for and the things that they love. Whether it's, we talk to you guys about comedy, and we talk to you guys about
working together,
and starting off, and what that was like,
and how you develop this love for the art of all things humorous. And so we're talking to husbands and wives and best friends.
My ex-girlfriend. I'm single. He's married, so it's a nice dynamic. We have a trans woman engineer.
I love your trans woman engineer.
Yeah, it's just dynamic. It's fun. It's like I think we learn a lot. We have a hotline.
We're trying to better ourselves by
put the love out in the universe,
farming all of your wisdom.
What was I saying the other day? I was listening to Bruce Springsteen. I was listening to live 1978 Rosalita from Passaic, New Jersey. And in that song, if people don't know Bruce, when he does it live, that's the song he chooses to introduce the band. Okay, within that song, so there's a big instrumental point. He introduces everyone, and everyone has a nickname.
All 35
and a thing.
members,
totally. And then he gets to Clarence Clements, and he's like the king of the world. Like he starts giving him all
the master.
He gives him all these monikers, and what he's basically saying throughout the whole song is, "I love this man." Bruce Springsteen, the reason why everyone's really here. Clarence Clements is great, and yes, he's wonderful, but people are here to see Bruce Springsteen in the E Street Band, but he's sitting there giving it up for every single other member of his band, talking about how much fun he has with them. He's showing, simply by he being the one to introduce them and how valuable they are, he's showing gratitude in front of all this crowd. And it's part of the reason why people can't articulate this, why they loved going to a Bruce Springsteen E Street Band concert, because they're like, those guys were on stage having fun with each other. Those guys were loving each other, openly loving each other, and we got to witness that love, and then it made us love all of our friends.
Exactly.
And I felt that same feeling from, that was the vibe that your podcast gives off.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, you guys were great, and you were very open. I mean, talking about like how you guys were getting fist fights. It just stayed with me, and like you guys used to be so competitive, and it's
if
so
you
hard.
don't care about something, you gotta like. It's putting skin in the game. You guys understand
but
that.
There's so much respect with you two and love at the same time. So it's interesting to see that instead of seeing, these are these funny guys. They're successful. They do this.
Don't set that too far.
Yeah.
Successful is very
It's in the eye of the beholder. Well,
so to take us into our next story, the deputy of Dumb People Town.
He's the big man.
Dum.
Well, the truth of the matter is that when you talk about dynamics, and we talked a lot about our own dynamic, that adding Dan to our dynamic and what we've sort of developed in Dumb People Town is something that we love so much too. It's like it does feel like a band. It is a trinamic. It is this. It's triumvirate where Jay and I have our own thing between each other. Triumvirate. It's three. It's like a. It's like a black wagon of comedy.
Shit crate
of comedy.
No. But we were talking about one story the other day. We were talking with someone, and we were saying there was a story in Dumb People Town about a guy who would steal cars
to impress his son,
to impress his teenage son,
and
then he would
just move them one block over, but just to be like, look, I can steal things.
I'm cool, right?
I'm cool, right?
Wow. And Randy and I were like, Dan,
as parents, you can't understand how important it is that you earn the love of your kids.
So we get why this guy would do this.
He wants. You don't know how powerful it is to want your kids to like you.
Yeah, to like you.
Ooh. And I was like, you guys don't know how powerful it is to wish you had a dad that liked
you. So there we go. And now you see the dynamic of what.
So Dan comes from this perspective.
We come from our perspective, and we jump into dumb stories, of which we have another one.
Shall we do it? One more time. The name of their podcast is
In Love. With Michael Rosenbaum and Chris Sullivan.
Okay, check it out.
I got in on the oven. There you go. That's it. I couldn't remember the rest. Thanks.
Okay. Sent in by Novak at the Educator. EDGJEWCATR. The
Educator.
Yeah, the Educator.
Okay.
What started out as a joke ended with this maid of honor balancing a bouquet in T-Rex arms.
Nope.
Yep. This bride certainly wasn't a bridezilla.
No.
It's already bad.
Boo.
When Deanna Adams, don't do that to your kids. Don't end their first name with the start.
Adams. Chris Sullivan.
Yeah, I know.
Chris Sullivan.
Chris
Sullivan. My voice, all of my voicemails. This is Chris Sullivan.
Yeah.
I wish your name was Chris Sullivan. Like Chris Christopherson. Chris Sullivan.
Chris Sullivan.
Chris Sullivan.
Because I was born, my last name when I was born was Nall. So I had that Dan Nall.
Nall.
I was like, when does it start? Dan Nall. Daniel Van Kirk, a little better.
Okay.
When Deanna Adams told her bridal party they could wear whatever they wanted to her wedding.
Bad idea.
Her sister and maid of honor, Christina
and former
Meter,
friend.
Yep,
Christina Meter,
surprised guests by showing up to the ceremony in an inflatable Tyrannosaurus Rex costume.
She said anything.
I knew you would.
She said anything.
It.
It's like that person. You said that's. It's like when my kids argue.
This is my day. No, it's not.
When my kids argue the semantics of something and they're right. I'm like,
you ready for the photo, guys?
Yes.
You ready for the photo? Chris Sullivan just took a microphone to the mouth.
Smile direct.
Are you okay?
Do you have your tits?
I think I'm all right.
Okay.
That one hurt.
Check out the photo.
Look at this
Incredible.
They're getting married in a backyard, which is fine.
They got married in Jurassic Park.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
I love this.
Wear whatever you want. And the maid of honor was like, you got it.
All right.
No problem.
Hey, Johnny No Jacket over there is not wearing a sport coat.
There is a guy. Then I think they're both wearing
sneakers.
Chucks. And so is they're all wearing Chucks.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Whatever.
Some girls
It's
have
a wedding.
flip-flops.
It's ironic.
It's going to be one of 3 or 4 times this
When
happens
it's
in this
over,
person's
for
life.
those of you that have done it, when it's over, do you then realize how many things didn't need to be that important.
Yep.
You were
Yeah.
Oh,
All
we
of
didn't
it.
need seat covers.
Oh, we didn't need to invite these people.
We didn't need seat covers.
Yeah. Why do we get food?
Why do we need
Everybody just wanted
sand
to drink anyway. You know what? I've been to weddings where they're like the bride and groom were like, the cocktail hour should have just been the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just should have got some like tall tables and a bar with some music and just told people come hang
Finger
out.
foods.
Yeah.
So she was upset by this.
The bride.
No.
The bride was cool with it.
When you're the maid of honor and you're told you can wear anything you choose, Meters shared in an August 10th Facebook post that said has since gone viral. She wrote, "I regret nothing." In the photo,
Really?
Meter is seen wearing.
I regret so
At all?
lot. I
Yeah.
would.
At all,
You
ever.
haven't lived
in
it.
your
Maybe
life?
this is the only thing she's ever made a decision.
She finally
Ever.
broke out of her
Hey,
shell.
I said
Right.
it. I said anything.
I regret nothing.
In the photo, Meter is seen wearing the
I
enormous
said
costume
anything. I regret nothing.
and standing next to the bridesmaids Ann Adams as she and her new husband exchange vows. I will say this: wear whatever you want, but you shouldn't wear something that requires someone to help guide you down the aisle.
Right.
Are we in? Am I in the room?
Am I?
Yeah, you're on your own.
Where am I standing right now?
Watch my tail.
I hope the bride saw her coming down the aisle and then decided, I'm not going to say anything.
Nope.
Oh, don't
We're
even
not going to
acknowledge?
address it.
That's the
We're
way.
going to
That's
go
the
about
pro
the
move.
whole.
Yep.
How sweet would it be if the T-Rex was wearing a yarmulke? That would have been so great.
Right.
And
How
it's like,
great would it be?
and didn't say a word about
And
it.
it's not a Jewish wedding.
It's not a Jewish. You said anything, and then she's got a problem with that.
It would've been better.
Hey.
It would have been better if the
I
T-Rex
said
took a
anything.
shit.
Right. I said anything but.
She
I
brought
said
some
anything.
props.
You said anything.
You
Yeah.
said anything.
I said anything but.
I remember being surprised that everyone seemed to be doing their best to avoid noticing the elephant in the room.
You mean the
Or sh-
T-Rex in the room?
Or should I say dino? But it
elephant
was
would've been
hard
better.
to see in the costume. Meter told the Daily Mail about her decision to wear the costume for the ceremony, which started out as a joke between her and her sister. And I think probably
Okay.
stayed a joke
Yeah.
for the bride.
For the bride.
Yeah.
She's like, that was a funny joke
That
we
was a
thought
great
of.
joke.
Yep. Yeah.
It began when
Remember when
Deanna-
we talked about you wearing
Yeah,
a T-Rex
right.
costume at my wedding? That was a funny joke.
Yep.
Does that count as a joke?
No.
Comedians? No.
No.
She
Not a
probably
joke.
said, "You're probably never going to get married, so I won't have a chance to do this to you."
By the way, how many years have to pass before they go, oh my God, remember when you wore that T-Rex outfit?
Nope.
to my...
I don't know.
2 days
I don't think you
later.
ever have to say it, ever.
At the
No.
brunch the next
You
morning.
don't bring that up.
Yeah.
It's
No.
everybody
the guy
in the world
who's
knows
the cousin that's still drunk. Remember when she wore that last night,
Dave,
Michael?
Dave, you don't have to
Yeah.
shout.
Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we weren't sure you
remember.
we weren't sure you were going to come.
Yeah.
Thanks for
You
coming.
can have as much eggs as
David,
you want.
stop.
Oh, I came all right.
Yeah, it's a buffet, Dave. It's a brunch buffet. I'm getting more eggs.
Go
Go
on
ahead,
back
Dave.
up.
Dave, you're shouting,
Dave,
and we're in a small room
You
right
can
now.
eat it in your room. Oh, I'm going to eat it here. I don't need a chair. That's the thing with Dave, too. He never needs a chair. I don't
Dave.
need a chair.
Dave, sit down.
I don't need a table.
Sit down.
I've
Dave.
been sitting my whole life.
Dave.
Where's Uncle Drunk Rex?
Yeah, right.
Uncle Rex.
I remember being surprised. Everyone tried to avoid it, she said. It began when Adams asked her little sister to be her maid of honor last year. About a year ago, my big sister texted me, asked if I'd be a maid of honor. She, knowing that I'm
I
not
love that was a text.
A text.
That like wasn't
Thank
a
you.
phone call.
Hey,
Thank you.
You up? Get,
No, that is such a
You
personal
guys all,
married.
3 of you have had people in your wedding. Did
to
you
just
text anyone?
just text them that
if someone said to me, "Will you be in my wedding?" via text, I'd write back, "No,
no.
unsubscribe."
I would say
Who dis?
new phone, who
new,
dis?
new number. Yeah.
Yeah, new number, who dis?
Like you don't have the decency
Oh, you know what I
to
would do?
call me and
If
let
you
me
text-
hear your voice.
If you
asking
text me
that?
to be in your wedding, I'm gonna have someone FaceTime me and put me up next to you when you are getting married. I'll just FaceTime
no,
in
if
your
you
wedding.
text me
Perfect.
to be in your wedding, then you clearly don't give a shit about your wedding. So
Hang
I'm
on.
gonna wear whatever I want.
I'm going to say something.
Say it.
You're not taking this into consideration.
Okay.
What if
Says
it
the
wa-
man who isn't married. Yes. Continue.
What if it was her fourth marriage, like my
that's
sister?
true.
I
That's
thought
true.
about
What
that.
if a text message was just like, "Hey, this is my fourth time. I
That's
don't
the
need to call
invitation.
you."
That's
On,
fair.
on a fourth marriage, a text message, a text chain is the invitation.
Is you don't print anything out.
That's it.
Anything
Look at how
out.
many people were at that wedding. Like
Not even an
6.
Evite.
I got
Yeah, there was nobody there because
No
I'm a
one there.
dinosaur.
I got
and-
an Instagram DM invitation to a bachelor party,
No, you
and I'm
didn't.
that alone. I was like, "Come on."
By the way,
You're
you
obviously
should not
taking
have a
this
wedding that
seriously.
gets interrupted by
That's
a riding
terrible.
mower. You know what I mean? Like next door.
Not.
Some guy's bagging the grass.
Unless you're riding out on it.
Are they really fucking getting married?
Yeah. You said anything. I'm riding out on a mower.
I hope her sister's boyfriend was out in the audience in a matching T-Rex outfit.
That would be great, too.
Come on.
Waving.
Or a Godzuki.
What about the speech in that outfit? She had to give a speech?
Yep. Okay, she said about her sister that the bride, she said, the bride knew that I'm not a big fan of wearing formal dresses and that I probably wouldn't have a lot of money to buy something really nice.
Okay, there you go.
She reassured me by letting me know I could pick out any outfit that I choose.
$39.99.
While contemplating what to buy, she decided she wanted to purchase something she knew she would wear more than once. Isn't this always the thing? So she's finally like, I am going to wear this more than
I
once.
bet she wears this more than most people wear their maid of honor
she wears it to every wedding.
Every
she goes
wedding
to.
she ever goes to.
Forever.
What was that, 21 dresses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
28.
28 dresses.
I didn't see it.
27.
I'm a dude.
There it is.
That
was a trap. I was seeing who knew the actual
It's a
title.
Heigl special.
I'm a dude. I didn't see that.
We worked with Katherine Heigl.
How was that?
She would not come out of her trailer for a long, long time while an entire set of people just waited for her to come out.
No, that doesn't sound
We're like, we're
what I've
lucky to
heard.
be here.
Maybe
So,
she had to poop or
can't
something.
Okay, I was trying to think of something that I'd be willing to wear more than once and thought to myself, well, if my sister did say anything, and if I'm spending more than $50, I want it to be a dinosaur costume because they're fantastic and I've always wanted one.
I instantly love this person.
This is like the secret,
love this
right?
person.
Where you
Yeah.
bring the things you want into your life through ways that you
Dress
aren't
for the
considering.
wedding you want, not the
go.
wedding you're in.
I mean, Dan, this was on her vision board for her
That's
life.
what I'm saying.
I'm not going to buy this T-Rex thing until I have a reason.
And she got
Thank
it.
you. Halloween, not a big
Not
enough.
a big
Jesus,
enough
Give
reason.
me a reason.
Oh, good Lord Jesus.
By the way,
baby Jesus Christ, give me a reason.
I'll
Little
say this.
tiny baby
Will you
Jesus.
say this though? In a way, if you think about it this way, because I know we're kind of laughing, making fun, having fun.
Which is the point of this
trying to
podcast.
break
It
it
is.
down?
It
Are you
is.
trying to break it down,
Michael wants to
Rosenbaum?
get serious for a
Guys,
minute.
I just want to break it down for really quick.
right. For reals,
because
guys.
like
For
my
breaking it down with
my
Michael
sister,
Rosenbaum.
my friends, when they get married, it's like we have to do this. We have to have such
what I'm
nice
saying.
this.
You're right.
It is.
You're
It's
right.
something humble about just saying, "Fuck it, man. Let's get married. I
was
love
just
you."
saying, I like this person.
Me
I
too.
really do like
I'm
you.
My first comment was like, well, they're in a backyard.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I love it. I
Go
love
crazy.
it, and it saves you
That's
so
fine.
much money.
There's so much in
I
the
love her.
town.
I love her.
It would've
And
been better
how
if
much
they were
fun
in a
will it be to
church.
just knock her over and see her try and get back up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Now, mind you, those little suits have a battery operated fan that is going.
So that's going on during Do You Accept This Woman?
I can't hear it.
lawfully.
This is
Do you
my
accept
thing.
this
This is
woman
my
to be
fear.
a
If you're in any form of that is horrible.
Do you
I will say
expect
this:
woman
if
to
you're
be
in
a-
any form of
Hold
what is,
Commandine, Allspice,
Do you
Heigl.
expect this woman to be your law?
it's going to be really hard to edit out. It's my fear is that if you're in any sort of some like form of mascot costume, which this kind of is,
It is a mascot.
do you want to be around a whole bunch of drunk people? Because you're
Nope.
going to get tackled.
You're going to get
Absolutely.
You're
pushed.
There
absolutely
better not be a
getting
pool
tackled.
around. You're going to
Oh,
drown.
there's a pool. It's a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, full of beer.
Above ground.
Above ground. Yep.
Yeah, above ground, full of beer.
Full of beer.
Not expecting a yes to the idea of wearing the dress.
By the way, full of beer with no ice.
No
and
ice.
Warm water. Just
Yeah.
throwing the beer in the thing. Okay.
Not expecting a yes, she texted her sister the idea as a joke. I don't think these two are on speaking terms.
You're just
They
texting.
just text everything back
Hey,
and forth.
and to me, I would be like, this is probably too complicated to
These
text. I'm going to
goddamn
call you.
millennials.
I heard from a friend that she said it would be okay.
Right.
Really? You couldn't really communicate with
Well,
your sister?
Well, you text me, so why can't I?
She texted her sister as a joke, only to find out the bride, Adams, was on board with the idea. She
love it.
explained that she gave her sister countless chances to tell her no. That's pro. That's
Hey,
a good move.
I love it.
But the bride had no qualms with her sister's decision and even defended her sister after the post went viral on Facebook and received some negative comments. Quote, "It's not a joke. It's a giant middle finger at spending thousands of dollars and putting ungodly
Amen.
amounts of
Good point.
pressure."
Amen.
And right there, we've just reached our first dumb person in this story.
Me?
Right?
No.
The person who
the person who
thought it was
commented
The
negatively.
person
Yes.
who commented, everybody else in the story actually
their
not
wedding.
that dumb.
This is what the bride wrote.
smart.
It's not a joke. It's a giant middle finger at spending thousands of dollars and putting ungodly amounts of pressure on ourselves just to please a bunch of people who, in the end, only want free food and drinks.
Thank you.
Adams reportedly wrote in the
Thank
comments.
you.
The point was to get married to the man who treats me like I hung the moon, and we did that part.
Boom!
I
And
know.
I'll say this,
Dude.
and when the bride finally DM'd her sister to tell her thank you.
Yes.
She felt it in the deepest way possible.
When they thank you poked everybody who came to the wedding.
I love you like you hung the moon.
I love you
know.
like you.
I'm touched.
That's
Isn't
great.
great?
I mean,
Isn't that
hung
great?
the moon.
Hung the moon.
My sister is awesome, and I genuinely was not kidding when I said she could wear whatever she wanted. So
I would have
I would have written back.
I put a heart on one of her texts. That's how much I
I
love
hope
her.
the sister then wrote, "Why can't you say any of this to my face? We only communicate via typed word."
God, I wish I could told you.
I would have asked. I would have then underneath that been like, I just need some clarification. Did you say she could wear anything?
Is her sister single?
Probably.
Rosenbaum,
I don't know. Different last names,
Rosenbaum
I don't know.
still single.
Listen,
Available.
But think about
if
that,
anybody,
man.
If anybody knows this T-Rex
Cheapest date
lady,
ever.
DM Michael.
DM me because I'm serious here. Like, first of all,
He's
I'm going
o-
to save
he's
a
open.
lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if she doesn't want a wedding, she wants it in her backyard.
Lex Luthor is open. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The Rex and the Lex.
The Rex and the Lex. The Rex and the Lex. I'd go to that
And
wedding.
story number
there it
2.
is.
There you go. Story number 2. All right,
Boom.
give me a little teaser of what we're going to see in story number 3.
Food has nothing to do with this.
Okay,
That's
food
a
has nothing to
quote
do with this.
From the
I
story.
love it. I can't wait
to figure it
We've
out.
got Michael Rosenbaum. We've got Chris Sullivan. They have a new podcast that we want you to subscribe to in the break.
In love.
With Michael Rosenbaum and Chris Sullivan. Check it out. We were on it. It was great. We'll be back with more Dumb People Town right after this.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Any live stuff? Let's mention.
Yeah, you guys doing? Are you doing any more Largo shows? Because that last one was
So good.
Thanks so much. Nothing right now. We're filming season 4. Season 4 of This Is Us comes out on the 24th.
I just hope you don't die. I don't want you to die. I know they like to kill characters off on that show.
I think I'm going to make it.
I hope it finds an
I
audience.
think I'm going to make it. But yeah, just
Yeah, someday an audience will come to that show and it will be amazing.
one by one. People are coming along.
This is us. How about you, sir? Where can people catch you?
Catch me. Well, I'm going. Sorry, I'm not very literate.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Dumb People Town.
No. So listen, I have a new album coming out. My band put an album
love it.
together,
Yeah,
and
beautiful.
it's another actor with a band, but I really am proud of the music, and I think it's really good. It's called the band's Left on Laurel. The album's Saved by the Ground, and it comes out October 4th on all platforms. You can pre-order on iTunes.
I
and
love it.
Take a listen.
Great.
And
Left
I'm really
on
excited
Laurel.
about it. I'm going to do a bunch of conventions too. October 18th, I'm in Columbus, and 25th, I'm in Madison with Tom Welling. We're signing autographs. And
When
having
you
fun.
go to Madison, I want you to go to a Vietnamese restaurant called Ha Long Bay. It is right next door.
Done.
To the Willie Street Co-op.
Howie Long,
Howie
Long Bay.
How Long
Long
Bay.
Bay.
HALON.
I'm in, dude.
How Long Bay, best Vietnamese food I've ever had.
Best pad thai
Madison,
ever.
Wisconsin.
Best pad thai ever. I just want an actor to start a band and call it Phoenix Rivers. All right.
Stop it.
Daniel.
That'd be kind of a great homage.
DanielVanKirk.com for all your
Yes,
dates and
I
whatnot.
guys, I'm all over the West Coast and the Midwest, New York, Baltimore, Chicago,
Toronto,
Milwaukee.
just for laughs.
Yeah, Toronto just for laughs.
That's
love
a big
it.
accomplishment, my man.
So, all right, and go to superscholars.com for all of our dates. We are going to be everywhere. We have our dates all the way up for a long time, but definitely through the end of the year, you can see us and get your
People
tickets
should.
for that October 13th live Dumb People Town in Brooklyn at the Bell House with Michael Che and Aparna. It's going to be fantastic, and we are going to add a musical guest in that too. So just check it all out.
Yes.
Ready? Let's
Ready?
get to this last
Here we
story.
go.
Yep.
A Toronto woman, where I will
There we go.
is facing drunk driving charges after she refused to move her car while in the drive-thru in Vaughan on Friday. So she made it to the drive-thru.
This is where she's taking a stand. Just like the
Yes.
guy at the beginning was like, I'm going to put my foot down and
Right.
grab this shit
Yeah,
wagon.
this is not about food.
Nope.
Yes.
It's about
And by the way,
so
and
much
that
more.
should be McDonald's
New
slogan. This is not
I'm
about,
loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This
This
is
is
not
not about food.
York Regional Police said in a media release that the incident was one of 26 over the long weekend where drivers were charged with offenses related to impaired driving. Toronto, I love you. To have someone else take you home.
Yeah.
You also feel like for Toronto people, they're like, I can have 17 Labatt's Blue and
Yeah.
still operate heavy machinery.
There ain't
Yeah.
hardly any alcohol in this.
No,
Oh, yeah.
just fish.
It's just Labatt.
And what is it? Twice the alcohol than American beer?
I don't know.
Is
maybe
it really?
5%.
Canadian beer?
I don't know.
I have
Maybe
no
it's-
idea.
yeah.
It happened just after midnight. Police said when officers were called to a restaurant in the area of Highway 7 and Keel Street.
Can we
Dan,
call it a restaurant if
If
it's
you
got
can
to drive
through,
it?
it is not a restaurant.
Agreed.
It's a place where people get food.
That's right.
If it's within 100 yards of a highway,
It's not a restaurant.
That's probably true as well. That's another good one.
If the tables are nailed to the ground, it is not
Right.
a restaurant.
If you can see the sign and it's connected to how much the price of gasoline is.
If you lie through your tooth, you might be a redneck.
It is not a restaurant. If you need a code to get into the bathroom, it is not a restaurant.
That's a good one.
If they mop it up with some mop and a bucket on wheels,
it is not a restaurant.
The caller advised that the driver...
If you don't need a reservation,
It's not. If no one greets you at the door, it's not a restaurant.
if there are multiple cash registers, it is
if you could buy a shirt it is
not
not.
a restaurant.
If the bathroom has a visual, oh fuck.
If you make any variation on your order from the original and that takes 25 minutes longer, it is not a
If sodas are free for refill,
if you've seen two women get into a fight at the condiment bar,
It is not a
If there's a
restaurant.
condiment bar.
If napkins come from a dispenser,
it is not a restaurant.
Oh,
The caller advised that the driver
If
hadn't...
the bathroom has a
got it.
visible cleaning schedule,
it is not a
thank
restaurant.
you.
If they don't care about turtles and just give out straws to anyone, it is not a restaurant.
The caller advised that the driver hadn't ordered any food, but was stopped at the drive-thru window and would not respond to restaurant
I'm not
employees.
going anywhere.
No, but wouldn't respond.
No.
Ma'am?
Ma'am?
Would you like to place an order?
You can't just shake your head, ma'am.
No, I see.
What's
I
going
see
on
you-
up there?
I see you.
Just out.
You are not. Yeah, you are not in a parking spot.
Where can I
What's going
get
on
you?
up there?
What?
Where can I get you?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
What's going
You
on
can't
up
tell me
there?
what to do. I'm
Get out
asking.
and see what's going on up there.
Hey, by the way, I don't want to bore you, but my friend back in high school, he was driving, my friend Kent Brenneman and Jason Hunt, and Brenneman's driving, and they go up to a Taco Bell, man. And they go up to a
May I
Taco
take your order?
Keep
yeah.
trying.
He goes, I'd like a small fry, like your boyfriend's dick.
Whoa.
Not a good idea. There was a cop listening right after they got away. Brenneman gets a DUI because his dipshit friend was
Also, Taco Bell has never sold fries.
Well, they do now.
no, maybe it was a Hardee's.
Yeah,
It was Hardee's.
May I
do
take
now.
your order?
He's still trying. She's not responding. Call the cops.
Ma'am, drive forward.
Nope. I live here now.
That's what she was saying, basically.
I just
Right.
love that she planted the flag in the ground and was like, that's it.
Would you like something to eat?
No. In a dash cam video of the incident, an officer can be seen approaching the car and asking the woman for identification. This is her response. I wasn't driving. I was just ordering food.
No, you
You're
weren't.
in the car.
You were not.
No, she wasn't, officer.
This is when you know the cops like we'll take
Stay
the
out of
time.
this.
Yeah, sir, we got it now.
No, they
you don't
get
need
the
to-
drive-through guy and they pull. This is like they pull him out of the whole thing and they go to get his statement and he's standing right in front of them and he sounds like this.
Yeah.
Sir, take your
Speaking
hands
normally,
off
but
your
he's-
mouth.
Just
Take your hands off your
Take
mouth.
your hands
we
away.
need to hear.
is
We
this
can't hear.
is that better?
No,
Yes.
no, actually,
you
put
don't
him
need
back.
to do
Put him
that.
back.
Put him back.
listen, she's been sitting there for 15
Thank you
minutes.
very
Okay,
much.
yeah, we got it. We're here now. We know.
At least get in the other seat and pretend, oh my God, my boyfriend must have taken off. I was taking a nap.
Yeah.
Or girlfriend.
I wasn't girlfriend. I wasn't just ordering some food. I love that you're like, hey, let's be woke about this
Hey,
crazy
come on,
ass
man.
lady. Quote, this is when you know the cop's ready to have fun. She says, I wasn't driving, I was just ordering food. The cop says, how'd the vehicle get here? I'll play along.
Yeah.
We'll see where this rabbit
Hey,
hole goes.
fair enough.
Right.
Okay.
Let's find the holes.
I don't know. I was just ordering food. I love that. She's like, you didn't hear my ass.
She
the first
doubled
time?"
down. She doubled
Yeah.
Let me say the same thing I said before and
But
beat
louder.
you with louder, with more value.
After some more back and forth, why don't they include that?
Uh-huh.
The officer points out that no one else is in the vehicle. He's just having fun.
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Well, where is your?
I'll tell you who's not having fun. The people behind her are waiting
Oh,
for
I
food.
know.
God,
They
there's
just
so
hungry.
much.
Yeah.
All they
And they
wanted.
want
And
it.
there's nowhere for the front
It's right
guy
by
to
the.
go.
It's right by the highway. We'll just pull off right here. We'll get something real
It's
quick.
only going to take
Yeah.
20. I want to go home.
I told you
really
we should
wanna
have
go
gone
home.
to a restaurant.
Right. Well, I would say
This
we
is
are
a
at one.
restaurant. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
After some back and forth, the officer points out that no one else is in the vehicle and again asks for ID. She responds, yes, once I get the food. So now she's on a bartering system.
Yeah, listen.
Tell you what, you can have as many ideas
I
as
love
you
that
want.
she thinks she's in part of a hostage negotiation.
Also, she never even ordered.
As soon as I get my food, I have
You
full,
didn't order,
I
ma'am.
have full identification. As soon as I get my food, I
Look, Dionne Warwick is a psychic. She knows what I want.
As soon as the food comes,
So he says, "Let me see your ID." She
I'm
says,
sorry,
once
did
I-
you say you'd like to place an
No,
order?
we're
Please
done with it.
stop.
Let us
We're
handle
done.
this
food
now.
gets
The
here,
cops
I'm
are here.
gonna get
So
it.
she goes, "Yeah, you can have my ID once I get the food." Then the cop goes, "Ma'am, food has nothing to do with this right now."
Yes!
To which, if I were her, I would say, "I think food has everything to do with this."
There you go. She's about to soak up the night.
In the end,
Did somebody say food?
no,
Hey,
we're good.
we got it. We got it.
In the end, the woman was arrested and taken for a breath test. Police say that she blew over the legal limit. I will ask you guys right now, how old do you think the woman in the car in the middle of the night who only wants food but will not order any of it and thinks that she is not driving, she's ordering food, and
She's
that's
waiting
illegal
for
defense.
Godot.
43.
We'll get out of here. 43 for
Michael.
Rosenbaum.
Chris, what do you think?
Okay.
32.
32.
32 years old.
Jay, what do you think?
She's 24.
24 for
She's
Jason's Club.
19.
19.
19.
Okay.
This is just
Dumb, young, dumb.
It's been a pleasure having you gentlemen.
Oh, what
This
a
has
joy.
been fun.
You guys
In
really-
Love with Michael Rosenbaum and Chris Sullivan. Go subscribe to that podcast.
We will
right
close out of here
Thank
on
you,
this.
guys.
The woman in the drive-thru that needs to realize this has nothing to do with food right now is 34 years old.
Oh, Sullivan! I love it.
Feels good to be a winner.
Feels
This
beautiful.
has nothing to do with food.
This is everything to do with Sullivan. Boys, thank you so much for being on
Thank
the show.
you.
And
having us.
oh shit, we gotta get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down. It's Dumb People Town.
Scarpins Avenue.
A podcast network.